Hello, my YouTube viewers. My name is Angela, and I would like to share with you in this video a creation, a poster board that I created. I also wanted to share with you booklets and also using these emotion charts into a booklet form. My channel is entitled Disable World's View, but able in God's eyes. And so in this channel, you'll see a number of videos that I have put together in the past with my son who has autism. He was diagnosed at age 3 and just recently had my daughter, who is now 11 going on 12, is also on the spectrum. And so in this video, I would like to share with you how after as a parent, we live in a world that we see children, youth, adults suffering with diagnosis from A to Z. And in these diagnoses, scientists, doctors, professionals, including teachers, are looking how to help these people, how to cope with and still gain a positive outlook on life. And so in this video, I want to share within my eyes, what I have done in terms of handling these emotions. You know, we all have them, we all go through them. But how does it look with someone with autism? Living with 2 children of my own that are diagnosed with autism, they do go through the emotions like any other child that I've seen. But their emotions are much more intense. And so if you're a parent who see this video and can understand how intense their emotions can be, it can be very repetitive, and you just don't know how to break through and getting them to understand what their emotions are, what they're feeling, how to express in their own way, verbally. And so, or even much in gesturing, how they're feeling. You pretty much have to see what happened beforehand to make them act either sad or happy, and you have to see the cause and effect pretty much so that you can understand what they're feeling. And so it can be quite intense. So intense that I have had my children to see a counselor. And most counselors, if they're not involved in play therapy, is just being able to communicate with them. And some have the skills to open up. Some may have little skills in play therapy. And I've heard from another source who was a friend who has done play therapy, that play therapy works better than just one-on-one communication. Because, you know, if you have someone who is nonverbal, it's hard for them to even communicate in words what they're feeling. So, but if you do play therapy, you have those traits, you have what they like, and you can use that to get them to open up. So what I will share in this video, I don't have my emotion charts with me because today, February 6th, my son decided to tear it down. So, and another idea came to mind, but you will see you will see it somehow. I will put it together in this video in iMovie to try to share those emotion charts that I put up on my son's wall. I also had it in the living room at the time, but since 2021, and just today, I decided to do something else. So what I will share with you now is if you have these shape. I was able to get this at the thrift store, and so that someone had donated. So these work very well. And what I did was I had old colorful paper. These are like printing paper. And I worked with my son first. I had him, he's still working on his writing. He knows how to write in print, but not very well. Not very well. It could be very sloppy at sometimes that it's not even legible to see. So what I did was I had my ruler, and I had him first trace his name after I wrote it, so that he can see how the letters are placed and not jumbled together like soup, vegetable soup. And so I carefully had him trace over his letters, and use the ruler to make it neat for him. Also did the same for the words, my book of emotions. And on my end, it looks reversible, but I hope you may be able to see it. So what I had him do with the images is he was able to remember from the other chart that I created what represents happiness and what color is happiness. So he chose a square and wrote happiness zone, and I had him trace the letters, and we colored it green. Did the same for anger, sad, and fear. And once I got him to finish that, then right now we're just focusing on happiness. So what I wanted, my goal is to get him to write sentences and how I am happy when I am. And I want him to think what are the moments is when he's happy, and write about them. So this is pretty much of a journal, an emotional journal, so that we can be able to not only write about it, but also talk about it. And so I also did that for my daughter, and she wrote joy, because joy is another word for happiness, anger, disgust, and sadness. And so we'll be able to slowly but surely on each page talk about each emotion, and hopefully be able to do this on a daily basis. And so I hope this video presentation has been or will be helpful for someone with a child with autism, because I know it's very hard for them to express themselves. And so may the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you and give you peace. Maranatha.